All right. So Sheyi, let us know so that we start, please. So the teachers, please be ready. So we're going to be calling upon you. I want you to be ready once we call upon you, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm ready, sir.
I don't think you are because we're still having feedback, which is not good for the participants. So we need to make sure that you mute the other device completely. So can you say something now? Otherwise, I can actually share my screen. Just allow me to share my screen then. Because we need to.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Are you ready now? There's no
Yes, sir.
feedback
I think
anymore.
this is better.
Okay. So let's go through the presentation quickly so that we start. I want us to be on time today.
Okay, sir. Okay, so I welcome everyone to our Yoruba webinar. I'm so happy that everybody's able to join us today. So let me just my name is Oluwase, and I'm the moderator for today. So I'll be guiding you through this exciting journey of learning. With learning Yoruba webinar for kids, and I'm happy that everyone is here. So our agenda for today is first of all, we're welcoming our guests, which is our teachers. Then we'll be introducing Yoruba webinar for kids to everyone. Then there'll also be question and answer and the closing remarks by the CEO. So I'm just going to brief us on what Educify is. So like, who is Educify? So Educify is Educify is a dynamic learning platform committed to providing innovative and engaging educational experiences for learners from grade K to grade 12. We also aim to inspire creativity, curiosity, and growth through a diverse range of programs designed for modern learners. So what we also offer, we offer coding. We offer music, math, language, and STEM, which STEM is like sciences, technologies, and engineering. So those are the other subjects we offer on our website. So our CEO is Mr. Sam, the founder of Educify. Then our first speaker, she's a passionate and experienced language teacher committed to helping learners of all ages understand and speak Yoruba, with a deep knowledge of Yoruba grammar, folktales, proverbs, and oral traditions. She creates engaging and effective learning lessons tailored to individual needs. And her name is Kehinde Famuyiwa. That's our Yoruba tutor. That's one of our speakers for today. And also we're going to meet Oluwatomisi Jimo. She's a passionate and experienced Yoruba educator who studied Yoruba education with several years of teaching experience in both primary and secondary school. That's from grade K to grade 12. She has consistently demonstrated a deep commitment to preserving and promoting the Yoruba language and culture. She teaches both in physical, like classrooms, and online. Currently, she serves as an online tutor with Britain Line School and Akonilede Yoruba Online School, where she continues to inspire and impact learners across different parts of the world. So that is our second speaker, which is Oluwatomisi Jimo. So we're going to meet our third teacher for today, which is Fangbero Mikel. He's a seasoned educator and linguist with a robust academic foundation in Yoruba language and linguistics. He holds a bachelor degree from the University of Lagos, Nigeria, and a Nigerian certificate in Yoruba language and social studies from Adeniro Ogusoya College of Education, Lagos, Nigeria. So Mr. Fangbero has taught Yoruba language across various educational setting, including both international and local institutions. So he possesses extensive experience in delivering effective instruction in Yoruba language through both in-person and virtual platforms. So that's going to be our third speaker for today, which is Mr. Fangbero Mikao. So in this Yoruba webinar, what we expect is we're going to learn key Yoruba concepts through games and activities. There's also going to be hands-on problem solving and critical thinking exercises, and they are going to be our expert guidance. Our guest speakers are going to be able to guide us. So I would need everybody to be with their notebook and pen, and also you have to have like a good computer with a good internet access in order for you to be attentive to what we are doing. And you have to have like a positive and curious attitude, whereby if you have any question, you can always ask us, or you can ask the guest speakers. So thank you very much. So I'm just going to hand over to the teacher. But before I do that, so I'm just going to talk about our Yoruba Masterclass, which is our program overview. So there's like a 9-month masterclass for Yoruba people in Yoruba language. So if you want to join us, like, so immediately after this webinar, so you can just reach out to us. So the fee is going to be $129 per head.
It's no longer 129, it's actually 99. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So it's actually $99. So thank you very much. So let's go to how you can get started. So step 1, to get started, if you want to learn Yoruba language with us, so you have to visit our website, which is www.educify.org. Then you choose your program that fits your interest. So like, for example, now we're doing Yoruba webinar today. So if you want to learn Yoruba, so that's the program you're going to be choosing. So you start your session with us and enjoy the learning journey. So after that, there's also going to be a certificate that will be given to you. So immediately after your program, so you'll be given a certificate upon completion. So thank you very much. So, and also we have testimonies from our parents. So I'm just going to read this too. So this is from Bukola's mom. She said that my kid had language and music lessons at Educify. We had great experiences and my children enjoyed their session. It is kid friendly. Tutors are great and always on time. Highly recommended. So that is from Bukola's mom. We also have from Tomi Adeyemi. He says that Educify's coding classes have sparked my 8-year-old daughter curiosity and creativity. She's now confident in her ability to code and create her own games. So she's saying thank you, Educify. Then thank you very much. So if you have any question, you just let us know immediately after the webinar. So I'll call on our first speaker to share our screen. So that's Mrs. Kehinde Famuyiwa. So I'll just be turning off my screen right now. I'll stop sharing so she'll be able to share.
Madam Kehinde, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
You can share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, so I welcome everyone to this webinar. My name is Famuyiwa Kehinde. I'll be here to take you through the journey of Yoruba language. So I want to share my screen. Okay. Okay. So okay. So I would like to take us through the journey of Yoruba language. So Yoruba is one of the most beautiful and wonderful language. Okay. So today we have this is our objective for today. We have the Yoruba alphabet. You can see we have some words beside each other. We have the English and the meaning of each topic in Yoruba language. So the first topic is Yoruba alphabet. Yoruba alphabet, which is known as alphabet Ede Yoruba, Yoruba alphabet. So the second one is tone math. tone marks, which is also known as amiohun. Amiohun, that's the meaning of tone mark in Yoruba language. Then we have simple Yoruba words. These are àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kéékèèké, that is just simple things you hear here and there from people. Then the next topic is common everyday words. Words that you hear from people, and simple Yoruba sentence. We call it àwọn gbólóhùn kéékèèké. We also have greetings in Yoruba language. Kíni ní èdè Yoruba. And lastly, we have home and environment, things we can find in our home and environment, and what name we can call it in Yoruba language. So I want you to just watch what I'm doing, and if you have any question, make sure you are jotting it down. I want the class to be very interesting. So let's move straight to the first topic. So we have alphabets èdè Yoruba. You can see them. They're all listed on my slide. We have 25 alphabets. You know, in English language, we have 26 alphabets, right? Do you know when we want to pronounce any word in English language, you need to know each alphabet, you need to know each sound. That is the reason why when you want to learn Yoruba language, the first thing you are supposed to learn or you are meant to understand is the alphabet. Okay, the way we pronounce each alphabet. So we have 25 of it. We call it 25 is known as márùndínlọ́gbọ̀n. Okay, 25 is known as márùndínlọ́gbọ̀n. We'll get to that when you move to the advanced class. So we'll start from the first one. I'll pronounce each and every one of it. And as I'm pronouncing them, as I'm saying it out, you should say it also wherever you are, so that you can be confident with each and every letter and how it is being pronounced. So we have, the first one is A. The first one is A. You can see the way I'm pronouncing it. It is not A. So definitely when you see any word in Yoruba that starts with this letter, you should know that the sound is A. Okay? So we have A. We have B, D, A, E. You'll be wondering that these letters are two, right? They are the same. Why are they giving different sounds? I know you'll be wondering that. Okay, the reason why these two letters are the same and they are giving different sound is because of this little dot. You can see that there's a little dot here, right? Yes, that's the difference between A and E. This little dot is giving another sound entirely. When you are seeing this, you are seeing the first E, you are seeing the second E, you know that it is not pronounced the same way because of this dot under it. So this is A. The first E is known as A in Yoruba, and the second E is known as E. Because of what? Because of that mark under it. Then we have Fi, Fi, Gi, Bi, I, Ji, I, Li, Mi. As I'm pronouncing them one after the other, I should also pronounce it there, okay? So that you can get the sound. We have mi, ni, o, ri, ri, si, shi, ti, u, ri, and yi. These are the alphabets in Yoruba, and there are how many? There are 25 alphabets. I hope you are jotting down, right? You write down that we have 25 Yoruba alphabets. You also notice that there are some letters blue, while some letters are in color black. The ones on color blue is known as vowels. You know, in normal English language, we have the consonants, we have the vowels, okay? The same thing also applies in Yoruba language. We have the consonants and we have the vowels. So these letters that are on the color blue, we have A, E, I, O, U. These are the 7 vowels we have in Yoruba language, and the other ones are known as consonants. Altogether makes it 25. We have 18 consonants in Yoruba language, and we have 7 vowels in Yoruba language, making 25. So I hope you get that. We have 25 alphabets, and you should be able to pronounce each and every alphabet from A to Y. Okay? Then the next topic is tone marks. Tone marks. It is also known as amiohun. Tone marks. You'll be wondering, what is tone marks? Okay, if you notice these Yoruba words we have here, from number 1, you notice some dots, some marks are on it. That's exactly what is called tone marks. Okay, and we have 3 tone marks in Yoruba. Amiohun meta. 3 in Yoruba is known as meta. So if anyone asks you, how many tone marks do we have in Yoruba? You tell them we have 3 tone marks, which is known as amiohun meta. We have the first one, we have the low tone, we have the mid tone, and we have the high tone. When we are talking of the low tone, in Yoruba it is pronounced as do. Do. As I'm pronouncing it, you also pronounce it over there, okay? Do. You can see the slant coming from the upper side and it's coming down. Do. Do. That's why they call it low tone. Do. Then the mid tone, the sound is like in the midpoint. Re. Re. And the third tone is known as mi. Mi. You might be wondering that what is the essence of this tone mark? Why do we use it? In Yoruba language, if you are writing any Yoruba words without these tone marks, it give you no meaning. It's giving you no meaning. It will give you no meaning at all. Or it might be giving you another meaning, because there are so many words in Yoruba that they have the same spelling. So it is this tone mark that will differentiate which word we are referring to. So you know that we have how many tone marks? We have 3 tone marks, and 3 is known as what? Meta. Amiohun meta òní ní èdè Yorùbá. We have do, re, mi, just like we have in music, right? Do, re, mi. The first one, low tone. The second one, mid tone, and the third one, high tone. Now, let's move to simple Yoruba words. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá kéékèèké. These are simple things, or we can also call it verbs. Okay, so all the sentence, all the words written here, they are all verbs. Okay, they are also simple things, simple words. So we should be able to know them. We'll be able to know the meaning in Yoruba. So when you hear people saying it, you should know what it means. Okay, the first one, when someone is saying law, when someone is telling you law, the person is telling you to go. Okay, go. When someone tells you law, I want it to stick into you now that law means what? Go. Then the second one, we have sun. Sun. Sun means sleep. Sleep. Sun means what? Sleep. When someone tells you, oh yeah, lost sun, the person is telling you to go and sleep. Sun. The third one, we have ja. Ja. Ja means fight. When two people are fighting, it means ja. The fourth one is mu. Mu. Mu means drink. When someone say, oh yeah, muomi, the person is telling you to drink water. Muomi. When they say muomi, it means drink water. So mu means drink. Okay? The next one is ra. Ra is known as buy. When you buy something, ra. Lọ ra ìrẹsì. Go and buy rice. Ra. Ra means buy. Okay? The next one is ring. Ring is known as walk. When you are walking, it means ring. The person ring. The person is walking. Next one is no. Okay? No means beat. When someone beats you, Yoruba calls it no. Oh no, omo no. Beat the child. The next one is fun. Fun means give. When someone give you something in Yoruba, it means fun. Or when you want someone to give you something, say fun mi ni aṣọ, that is, give me your clothes. Give me your pencil. Fun mi. Fun. Fun means what? Give. And the last one is wa. When someone says wa, the person is telling you to come. Okay, so let's go through it from the first one. We have law. Okay, law means go. Yes. Sun means sleep. Ja means fight. Mu means drink. Ra means buy. Rin means walk. No means beat. Fun means give, and the last one, wa means come. So if anybody is telling you any of this and say, yeah, wa, the person is telling you to come. She say, fun meaning assure, that person is telling you to give it to me. Fun. So you should be able to understand these are little words that you hear every day. So you should know the meaning in Yoruba. Now let's move to the next one. The next one is common everyday words. Every day you see your dad, right? You see your mom, your siblings, you wear your clothes, you stay at home, you go to school, right? You should know all those, you should know them, those words, you should know them in Yoruba. So when you're talking of, look at the first picture. You see, the first picture is a father. It's showing a picture of a man. That's a father. Yoruba call father Baba. Baba. So when you want to talk to your dad, you can call your daddy Baba. That's the Yoruba meaning of father. So when you are saying my father, is saying Baba mi, Baba mi. Okay, look at the second picture. It's a clear example of a mother. This is my mother. My mother. Mother is called Iya in Yoruba. Okay? If father is called Baba, you should know that Iya is what? My mother. Okay? My mother is Iyami. Iyami. Then the third one, Aburo mi. That's my younger sibling. When you want to talk to your younger siblings, yeah, Aburo mi. Aburo mi means your sibling, your younger one. Then the fourth one is my clothes. Asho mi. Asho. You wear your clothes every day, right? Asho. They say, Eamu asho ewa. They're telling you to bring your clothes, okay? Asho means my clothes. Asho mi means my clothes. Then the next one is my house. When someone say, where are you? Nibolowa. Where are you? Where are you means Nibolowa, okay? And you want to respond to the person that you're at home. You say, Mo wa ni ile. Mo wa ni ile mi. I'm in my house. Or I'm at my house. Then the next one, Ile mi means my school. We are going to school. Morning, oh, where are you going to? Oh, I'm going to my school, right? I'm going to school. You can say, Mo lo ile mi. Ile mi. So the first one is Baba. That's the father. The second one is Iya, that's the mother. The third one is Aburomi, that's my sibling, my younger one. Then the fourth one is my clothes, Ashomi. The next one is my house, that's Ilemi. The next one is Ilewemi, that's my school. Okay, you should know all this in Yoruba. Then the next one is simple Yoruba greetings, Yoruba sentence. Simple Yoruba sentence. You hear it every day. When you wake up in the morning, you want to greet your mother, right? You will say Ẹ káàárọ̀ ìyá mi. That's good morning, my mother. Good morning, my mother. When you want to eat, I want to eat. If someone want to tell you the meaning of I want to eat in Yoruba, it means mo fẹ́ jẹun. Okay? Mo fẹ́ jẹun. What do you want? Kí ló fẹ́? Mo fẹ́ jẹun. It means I want to eat. I want to eat. Mo fẹ́ jẹun. The next picture is showing us someone lying on the bed. He's about to sleep, right? I want to sleep. You say mo fẹ́ sùn. Mo fẹ́ sùn. That's the Yoruba meaning of I want to sleep. And the last one, I'm going to school. I am going to school. It means mo ń lọ sí ilé ìwé. You know, I told you all that ilé ìwé means school, right? So you want to tell them you are going to school, just say that mo ń lọ sí ilé ìwé. I am going to school. So the first one is saying Ẹ káàárọ̀ ìyá mi. Next one is saying mo fẹ́ jẹun. That's I want to eat. Next one is saying mo fẹ́ sùn. I want to sleep. Then the last picture here is saying I am going to school, which means mo ń lọ sí ilé ìwé. This next one is greetings in Yoruba language. No, Yoruba really like greetings. If you see any Yoruba person that does not know how to greet, that person is not a typical Yoruba person. So Yoruba, and we are known for greeting. We greet at every point. When you are eating, we greet. When we are eating, we greet. We are sleeping, we greet. In fact, at anything we are doing, we greet. So how do we greet at each of these points? In the morning, we say "Ẹ káàárọ̀." When you wake up in the morning, you want to greet your mom and your daddy. You can just kneel down as a girl. You prostrate as a boy. You say "Ẹ káàárọ̀." "Ẹ káàárọ̀, mama." That's your mom. "Ẹ káàárọ̀, baba." That's your dad. Okay. So good morning means what? "Ẹ káàárọ̀." Then the afternoon, when you want to greet someone in the afternoon, it's known as "Ẹ káàsán." "Ẹ káàsán." In the evening, you say "Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́." "Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́." And when someone is saying "Báwo ni," the person is telling you, "How are you?" Don't be confused when someone asks you "Báwo ni." That person is asking of your welfare. How are you doing? How are you? Báwo ni. That's what it means. So the first one in the morning, how do we greet? I want you to be responding to me as I'm asking you, okay? Or you write it down so that you will not forget. Good morning means what? Ẹ káàárọ̀. Yes. Good afternoon means what? Ẹ káàsán. Good. And good evening means what? Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́. And when someone wants to ask of your welfare, like how are you? What does it mean in Yoruba? Báwo ni. Good job. So then it takes us to the next slide, which is ilé àti àyíká. That's the home and environment. This space you are seeing here are things we are familiar with, are spaces we are familiar with in our home. Okay, so this is the room. I know you all have your room. Okay, this is the girls' room. We also have kitchen in our homes. We also have the toilet. Each and every one of these has Yoruba meaning. So that when someone is asking you, níbo lo wà, Tade, you should know that mo wà ní ìyàrá. So room means yàrá. We can call it iyàrá. We can call it yàrá. Room means yàrá. Then kitchen means ilé ìdáná. That's where we cook. Then the toilet means ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. Okay, the room is yàrá, the kitchen is ilé ìdáná, and the toilet is ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. So when your mom is asking you, like I saw your name here, Ore Omoyo, where are you? I'm in the kitchen. Mo wà ní ilé ìdáná. Níbo lo wà? Mo wà ní ilé ìdáná. Ore, níbo lo wà? Mo wà ní ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. That means you are in the toilet. If you are in your room, they say, Moyo, níbo lo wà? Mo wà ní inú yàrá. So you should know this space, or you should know the Yoruba meaning of each of every space you have in your home. Okay, these are just few ones. So I think that's the last slide, and I would like, yes, I don't know if you can unmute, because I want to ask us some questions. I want to ask every one of us a question. Are you ready? I don't know if they can unmute themselves. Just this assessment.
I will allow them to. I will allow them to be able to unmute themselves now. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, so we have the first word there. The first word there. Who can pronounce this word for me? I need someone who can pronounce it. The first word. Baba word. Baba. Okay. So when you're talking of Baba, who is Baba? Who can tell me? Who can tell me who Baba is? Baba is known as who?
Father.
Yes, father. Yes. And the next one, we have Iya. Abi? Iya. Is Iya? What do we call Iya?
House.
Iya. So I want us to think again. So we said Baba is father, right? Who do we call Iya?
Mother.
Job. Mother. That's who. Then you can tell me the Yoruba word for house. The Yoruba word for house.
Ile.
Ile. Good job. That's good. And lastly,
Sorry, can I say something? We need to emphasize that they need to also be able to pronounce it the correct way. Ile
correct
and
way,
Ile,
yeah.
they are different.
Ile.
Eh,
Yes.
So that intonation is important.
Yes, ile. Okay.
Remi.
Ile. Yes, ile, remi. Okay. And who can tell me the Yoruba word for clothes? The Yoruba word for clothes. Okay, you can speak. I see Joseph raising up his hand. Speak. Oh yeah, talk. You can speak, okay? Ore or Anmoyo. You can read, you can talk.
Clothes is asho.
Asho. Good job. Asho. Love the way you pronounce it. That's good. That's wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at the second assessment. The first one. Okay, I won't pronounce this myself. I want you to pronounce it to see if you can pronounce it well. Who can pronounce the first Yoruba word?
Yara.
Yara. Yara. Yara means what? Who can tell me what Yara means?
Room.
Room. Yes, yes. That's good. And ilé ìdáná. Ilé ìdáná means where? Kitchen. Good, good. So who can tell me the last pronunciation? Who can tell me the last one? In Yoruba, the Yoruba word. Who can pronounce it for me? The last Yoruba word. Who can pronounce it? Well, you tried. But you want to pronounce it well, appropriately. You say ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. Can you repeat after me? Ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀.
Ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀.
Ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀.
Yes, ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀.
And that's toilet.
That's toilet. Yes, good job. And now, let's take a look at this last assessment. I want us to think deeply before we. Okay, so you have the first. You are going to just fill in the appropriate word for this. Just fill in the gap. The best one for it. Okay, so we have mo fẹ́. I have dash here. So what do you think is the appropriate well, is it jẹun or is it bàtà? Which one do you think is the right one to put here?
Jẹun. Mo fẹ́ jẹun.
Mo fẹ́ jẹun. What does it mean? What does it mean? I want to know the meaning.
I want
in
to
English.
eat.
I want to eat. That's good. Good job. Then the second one, I have mò dash sí ilé ìwé. Is it mò jẹ sí ilé ìwé or mò lọ sí ilé ìwé? What does it? You can tell me the right one for it.
Mo
Mò
lọ.
lọ sí ilé ìwé, right?
Yes.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
I'm going to school.
Good. That's wonderful. The last one here is mo fẹ́. Is it mo fẹ́ tà or mo fẹ́ sùn? Which one do you think is right? Mo fẹ́ sùn. What does it mean?
I want to sleep.
I want to sleep. Good job. So the first one is, I want us to say it. I want you to read it out yourself to see if you can pronounce it. The first one is what?
Mo fẹ́ jẹun.
Good. Then the second one is?
Mo fẹ́ lọ sílé ìwé.
Good job. And the last one is?
Mo fẹ́ sùn.
Good job. Lovely. So I think you've been able to learn one or two things, right? And you've been able to jot one or two things down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this will be the end. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a wonderful enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much, Madam Kanyide. Let's give her a round of applause. That was awesome. Thank you very much. I hope you guys got one or two things from that. So who is Kachan Katsuki Baku? I don't know what that means. So yeah, please don't share your screen, Kashan. Please unshare the screen. Remember, I laid down some rules, when we started. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for respecting the rules. So I'm going to call on the next speaker. which is Mr. Mikhail. Mr. Mikhail, are you here? Are you ready to present? Can you indicate by
Yes, sir.
no? All right. So, Mr. Mikhail, can you take the floor and share your screen, please? Let's be mindful of time. Let's be mindful of time. Let's try and stick
Everyone.
between 20-25 minutes max. Okay. So let's be mindful of time.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká- ẹ jẹ́
Okay.
ká- má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé nípa àkókò. Ṣé ti gbọ́?
Then,
This is a Yoruba
then.
webinar, so we can speak Yoruba. A lè sọ èdè Yorùbá.
Then,
Ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi àkókò sọ́kàn.
okay.
So
So I hope you can all see my screen.
before you start, I'm just going to also remind everybody about the housekeeping rules. So I'm going to be unmuting everybody. You won't be able to unmute yourself. I'm going to be muting everybody. So only the teacher can unmute themselves. Only the teacher. All right, Mr. Fagbenro, please continue.
Yes, sir. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Ekale in Nigeria. So sorry, Ekale in Nigeria and Ekason in every, I don't know, any other part of the world that you are.
In US and Canada.
US and Canada. Okay, Ekason. Can anybody tell me the meaning of my greeting? What does it mean?
Okay. Let me give them option to unmute themselves. Okay, you can unmute yourself right now and talk.
Okay, can anybody tell me the meaning of Ekason?
Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. Thank you. That's beautiful. That was a beautiful one. Okay.
Sorry, I want to challenge them. I want to ask them to say it in Yoruba.
Okay.
And let them say it in Yoruba.
Okay.
So can any one of you attempt it in Yoruba, please?
Ekaso.
Oh, this is beautiful. That is, it has the intonation. Did you know that in spite of the fact that you live abroad, you can actually speak Yoruba very well and speak English excellently with this correct accent? You can speak Yoruba with the correct accent. You can speak English with the correct accent. You understand? So it's a matter of you understanding the intonation of the individual languages and having the required, understanding of the structure and the syntax of the language. So that's what you need. You need to have understanding of the syntax and you need to have understanding of the structure of the language. So you have enough vocabulary for you to be able to, hold a conversation with someone. Do we understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So can someone else attempt Eka Ason again?
Akajo.
That was a good attempt. But you have to say Eka.
Ekaso.
Thank you. Eka Ason. Yes.
Is Ekaso.
Yes. Eka Ason. Yeah. So now let me ask another question. Let me ask another question.
Do this again that we don't want.
Yeah. Let me ask another question. What about good money? So who can attempt that?
Ekaro.
Not completely correct. Can you try again?
Ekaro.
Akakaro.
Thank you. Ekaro. Your ro must go down. So can you try it again now with ekaro?
Ekaro.
Ekaro. Thank you. Ekaro. Okay? Yes.
Ekaro.
Ekaro.
Good. Ekaro. So now my last question for you is, how do you say how are you in Yoruba?
Ṣé dáadáa ni?
There's another way. Who can try the other way?
Ekele.
No. How are you?
No, how are you?
Báwo ni.
Bawoni.
Thank
Báwo
you.
ni?
Yeah.
Báwo ni.
Bawoni.
But bawoni and
Yes,
shedadani, they are actually, they mean more or less the same. Okay?
yes.
All right. All right. Good job, everybody. Good job, everybody. Thank you very much. So let's allow Mr. Fagbero to quickly make his presentation. Thank you very much for the activity.
Okay, okay. Okay, so thank you very much, sir, for that beautiful one there. So by now we understand that greeting is one of the integral aspect of Yoruba culture, which is one of the things we are going to be discussing tonight. So once again, the topic of discourse tonight is discovering Yoruba culture, a journey into language, traditions, and identity. A webinar on Yoruba culture presented by my humble self, Fagbenro Mikael Abayomi. So let's ride on together as we have a beautiful class and a beautiful webinar. Okay, the first thing we'll be looking at is the introduction to the Yoruba people. You agree with me that it is very important to know who exactly the Yorubas are. Of course, you may not be in Nigeria, where we have the being Yoruba settlers, where we have the uh, original land of the Yorubas. But of course, we have you everywhere in the world. The Yoruba people are one of the largest ethnic groups in West Africa, primarily located in southwestern Nigeria, but also found in neighboring countries and across the world due to historical migration and the transatlantic slave trade. So that is to tell you that the Yoruba peoples, they can be found primarily in where? In Nigeria, southwestern part of Nigeria. So, but by the virtue of historical migration and the period of transatlantic slave trade, we have had them in different countries, in different countries like in the America, in Brazil, Portugal, and other parts of the world where they are being traded into. But now, as a result of migration, looking for economic prosperity and the likes, we'll discover that we now have Yorubas almost everywhere in the world, just like you are. We have you who are Yorubas, we have you in Canada, US, UK presently. Then Yoruba people are estimated from the map from the diagram you can see on the on your screen now. You can see that Yoruba people are estimated to be 55 million. 55 million. So in the southwestern Nigeria, we can find the Yorubas in Lagos State, we can find them in Lagos State, Ogun State, Oyo State, Osun State, Ekiti State, and Ondo State. Those are the places we can find the Yorubas. So then, having said that, we'll talk about I would also like to talk about the rich history and civilization of Yoruba culture. If you are talking about the Yorubas, there is no way we will not talk about one person who is believed to be the father of Yorubas, who happens to be Odudua. There are many stories that are linked to this. Some said he descended through a chain from the atmosphere, from heaven. He descended into a land called Ile-Ife. Others said he migrated from Mecca during a religious fight. Just like we have in other histories, there are different things that led to one or two things. So also is Yoruba history. But the most believed one, the ones that many scholars held on to, is that the one that has to do with migration from Mecca. However, that does not make the one that says that he actually descended from heaven not to be real, because there is one saying in Yoruba, they will call Oduduwa, they will say Oduduwa Tewonro. Oduduwa Atewonro. When we say Atewonro, it means that Ewon means chain. So when we say Atewonro, it means somebody that descended through a chain. Oduduwa Atewonro. So that is part of what the little we can say about Yoruba history and culture. Then, as for our language and communication, my first speaker has taken you to some major things needed in language. However, it is important for us to note that Yoruba is a tonal language. Just like the first speaker has said, Yoruba is a tonal language. And as such, because Yoruba is a tonal language, we have three major Yoruba tonal marks, which is the upper tone, the mid tone, and the what? And the lower tone. In this case, we say the upper tone is the one we refer to as mi, upper tone. The mid tone is the one we refer to as re, and the lower tone is the one we refer to as do, just like we can see on the screen, So also, we say that one of the things that so let me say a few things about this Yoruba tonal language. We say one of the interesting things about Yoruba tonal language is that we can have words that will be spelled in the same way, but will be pronounced differently. So I'm trying to annotate. So probably if I can show you one or two things, but if not, let me continue. So we say one of the interesting things about Yoruba language is that, we have different words that are, spelled the same way but pronounced differently. For instance, when we say igba, when we say igba, you see that igba can be written in like four different forms, four different or five different forms. We say igba, iga, iga, iga. Hello, do you understand that iga, 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 and these four things, they mean different things. So when we say iga, we are talking about calabash, like an old cup. Iga, that is garden egg. Iga, that is time. Iga, that is 200. Iga, if you have seen a palm wine tapper before, the rope that they use is referred to as iga. So all these things, they show that the only thing that differentiates them is what? Is their tonal mark, the tonal mark. And note, Yoruba tonal marks are mostly on vowels. They are mostly on their vowel letters. Okay, let's proceed. One of the major aspects of their language and communication is that Yoruba also has dialects. Just like in English language, for instance, you know that we have thesaurus, we have the American English, we have the British English. We say they are kind of dialects of English language. In Yoruba also, Yoruba is a whole language and it also has its own dialects. So we can have the Ekiti people, they have the way they speak their own Yoruba. They can have the way they speak theirs, Oyo, Ilorin, Ondo, Ijesha. They all have a way of speaking their own that differentiates them in one way or the other from another. However, that does not mean that we don't have a lingua franca, which is the general language that we accept to be our main language, which is the main Yoruba, the ones that many of us understand and speak today. For instance, now, if the Ijebus, let's say Ijebus, they want to say kò sí nǹkan kan. The Ijebus, if they want to say kò sí nǹkan kan, they will say èsì kírun, kò sí nǹkan kan. Do you understand? So, that is how rich the Yoruba language is. Then, for instance, if like the editor, the manager of Educify said the other time, he was trying to say something like greetings. He was asking Bawoni, how can you say how are you? If the Egbas will say how are you, Bawoni, they will say Baisi. It's a dialect. It's the way they speak it in their own language. So that is Yoruba for you. But the word Bawoni is the generally accepted one, which is Yoruba language lingua franca. I hope I'm making sense. So also our greeting is also an integral part of our language and communication, right? Our greeting is also one of an integral part of our greeting. Now, what do I mean? You see that from there, from the beginning, what did I do? I greeted everyone. I said, Ẹ káàárọ̀, Ẹ káàsán. What does that have to show us? That shows us that Yoruba people are known for their greetings. They love to greet. And that is how you see there. We will see the male, àwọn ọkùnrin, wọ́n á dọ̀bálẹ̀. The male will prostrate. Àwọn obìnrin, wọ́n á kúnlẹ̀. The female will kneel down. Will kneel down. And you hear something like, if it is in the morning, Ẹ káàárọ̀. If it is in the afternoon, Ẹ káàsán. In the evening, Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́, and in the night, Ẹ káalẹ́. A song like a nursery lullaby says, how do you say good morning? Ẹ káàárọ̀. How do you say good afternoon? Ẹ káàsán. How do you say good evening? Ẹ káalẹ́. How do you say good night? Ó dàárọ̀ o. Báyìí la ṣe ń kíra wa. So and so on. So you see that Yoruba greeting, it's very important part of Yoruba culture. Then the fourth picture you see there, it shows that Yoruba language also has the way it codes its language. If I don't want someone else to understand what I'm saying, I'll be speaking the same Yoruba, but I'll speak it in a form of code. And that is what we refer to as proverbs. You know, in English also, when you talk of proverbs, you will say something like you either use idiom or proverb to what code whatever you are saying. Like when you say somebody kick the bucket, what you are saying is that the person has died. So in Yoruba also we have words like this that shows things like this. We have akonluede, which is referred to as idiom, and we have proverb, which is referred to as owe. This you can see on the screen is a wise saying after a careful study of a hen. And what does it say? It say adìẹ máa ń làágùn, ìyẹ́ ni kò jẹ́ ká mọ̀. Adìẹ máa ń làágùn, ìyẹ́ ni kò jẹ́. Chickens sweat. It is because of their feathers that we don't know. What does it mean? This means that if you see someone who has been struggling to make ends meet, who has been reading, let's say for instance a child who reads a lot, unfortunately his effort is not showing. We'll say adìẹ ń làágùn, ìyẹ́ ni ò jẹ́ á mọ̀. The child is trying, but the result is yet to be seen. So that is part of the wise saying of the Yoruba. We have many of these proverbs. This is just one out of many. Then Yoruba religion and beliefs. You see these aspects. You know, before the advent of the white men in Yoruba land, you know, Yoruba has their own beliefs in religion. They have the way they worship God. They have the way they relate. You know, one of it is the belief in Orisha. These Orisha, they are people like us, but it is believed that when they were alive, they led a very good life, a remarkable life that led to people making them heroes. And Yoruba see the word Eledumare, which is referred to as God. Eledumare, they see the being as a supreme being who is so big that you cannot just approach. So they tend to have an intercessor, an intermediary, who they will pass through before they get to him. And this is why we have the Orishas, like the Ogun, who is referred to as the god of iron, Shango, who is referred to as the god of thunder, you know, Obatala, Oshun, you know, the river goddess and the like. So they believe in Orisha. And Yoruba people believe in Orisha. And they believe in Orisha is that they see them as intercessor, that whenever they want to ask God for something, they send it through them. And that is why you see it in the other side where we have Ifa divination. Before the Yorubas, before they embark on any journey, they believe that they are supposed to consult to see if that journey will be a fruitful one. It is part of their beliefs. It is part of their beliefs. So they consult their, you know, their priests, who will in turn consult the oracle. You can see in front of him a kind of plate with some powders. So this, he will consult the Abi Faleri. There is a saying in Yoruba that Tobaru ni lójú, Abi Leleri. When you are lost, you should ask the gods. So it is this priest that will help them to make consultation from the gods, and who will in turn relate to them the message of the God. So that is that about the Yoruba religion and beliefs, you know. Then when we talk of Yoruba also, part of their tradition is their festivals and cultures, festivals and celebrations. I mean, festivals and celebrations. Yoruba máa ṣe ọdún, Yoruba celebrates a lot. So one of their celebration, we have the celebration that has to do with religion, and we have the celebration that has nothing to do with religion, but just well-being, celebrating success, celebrating happiness. One of the ones that has to do with religion is the worldwide known one, which is Oshun Oshogbo, just like you can see in the first slide, Oshun Oshogbo. What is the significance of Oshun Oshogbo? You see that lady carrying calabash. Every year, it is the duty of the town to look for a maiden, a virgin particularly, who will be the one that will carry the calabash from the shrine, láti ojúbọ, from the shrine to the river, you know. She will carry the calabash from the shrine to the river. So this is her own duty. She must be a maiden, a virgin. That is one of the cultures. That is how rich the culture is. And at a point in time, after a particular number of years, she will drop it when she's ready to marry, and another person will be the one in charge of carrying the calabash. That is Oshun Osogbo. Oshun Osogbo Festival is now a worldwide known. We'll discuss some things about how much other countries of the world have taken this festival to be very important. Okay, also we have Egungun Festival. You see their attire, they cover their eyes. This Egungun Festival in Yoruba, they time call them Ara Orun, the people of heaven. It is believed that this set of people, you know, this Egungun, they are not ordinary people. They are people from up above, maybe heaven, who come to earth, who probably come to earth to relay the message from the people of heaven to those on earth. So these people, they are also celebrated. They have the families that are in charge of this Egungun festival. We have other festival that has to do with religion. Then the ones that has to do with just celebration of good things, good season, is the one you can see below, which is the New Yam Festival. You see, one of the celebrations is that whenever there is a new yam harvesting, when we harvest a new yam, it will be celebrated. It will be celebrated. And the first person to taste the yam is the king. Just like you can see in the picture of the person you are seeing in that slide, in that part, is the Oni of Ife. That is the paramount king of Yoruba land, Oni of Ife. So he is being seen there. Oh, he has been taken, the yam has been taken to him, a roasted one for that matter has been taken to him. He will slice it, taste it, and after then, the whole land can start eating the yam. So then we have the Yoruba wedding ceremony. As you can see there, there are a lot of traditions embedded in this as well. You know, the Yoruba tradition is this one that supports that nothing whatsoever must occur between a man and a woman until they have been confirmed worthy of one another and has been tied together by their families. You know, there are about 6 steps for you to get involved in marriage. You know, the first one, if you so the that is the seeking of who to marry. The second one, Alarina, looking for an intermediary between the man and woman. Then the third one is a Toro, where the father of the male, the man, will go to the house of the female to go and request for her hand in marriage. Then we have a joy.
You are muted. You are muted. You are muted. Though. You need to, yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, good. So, as I was saying, Please, the host should please unmute me on the other device.
On the other device, yeah, there's going
Yes, I
you're
have
going to
two
be
devices.
bleeding. You're going to be bleeding to one another. So that will create serious issue. Unless you want to use the other device.
Yes, that's the mic I want to use.
But this one is very clear though.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Go ahead. And
Okay, good.
let's wrap up
Okay.
first. Okay.
Oh, yes, I'm rounding up. Okay.
All right. Thank
So
you.
just like I was saying, okay, sir. So just like I was saying, I said so the Yoruba peoples are also enshrined in their wedding ceremony. Then we have the naming ceremony. You see all these things that are placed on the table. We have the kola nuts, the palm wine, the bitter kola, obi, orogbo, and the likes. They are things that will be used to pray for the child. They have the significance in Yoruba land. When they say obi, according to the name obi, there is a way they form it out and say obi ni bi ku. The child will never know and will never have untimely death. Then Orogbo, Lonikogbo, that is, the child will grow old in his life. So, and other things that they will use as prayer for the child. So, another aspect we look at is the traditional clothing and adornment of the Yorubas. The Yoruba people love fashion a lot, and that is why they have created about three types of clothes. Now, we have the one we refer to as Asho Ishe, aṣọ iṣẹ́. So you see this aṣọ iṣẹ́ is the clothes that is meant for work. As you can see, the people on the first picture, they are hunters. The type of clothes they wore is the one that the hunters wear. If you see the farmers too, they have their own type of clothes. Then we have the second one, aṣọ ìṣeré. These one are the clothes that we use for play or just regular time, just like you can see in the third picture, where we have some men drinking wine, palm wine, and then we have the last Asho Imuro, the clothes for party or celebration. Just like you can see in the picture in the middle, where we have people putting on agbada, that is the big clothes, and then the woman too. So that is the clothing of the Yoruba. Then we have our food and cuisine. Just like you have in English, we have snacks. Yorubas also have snacks, and their snacks ranges from what we call ojojo, that is meant for a particular type of jam called ifewura. We have akara, that is the beans cake. We have akara, which is the beans cake. We also have what we call ikpekere, which is the plantain chips. We have dodo, which is the plantain itself. These are Yoruba snacks. We have gugu, which is called popcorn. Popcorn. These are snacks that are taken before meal. Then we have the main meal itself, the food. Just like you can see in the first picture. That is amala, gbegiri, and ewedu yam flour with water leaf. Yes, and then we have a kind of recipe made from beans, which is referred to as begiri. So also we have our drinks. This is one of Yoruba drink. This is emu, a kind of drink that is made from palm wine. It's gotten from palm wine. We also have what we refer to as otiagadagidi. This otiagadagidi is made from a fermented banana or plantain. So then we have in the next one moi moi. I'm sure this is popular. Moi moi. This is also a kind of food that is made from beans as well. Then we have Yoruba music and dance. Yoruba music and dance. The Yoruba people are not left out in the aspect of entertainment. They are known for specific kinds of music, dance, and musical instruments. For instance, the first one you have the popular Fuji musician in that picture, referred to as King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal. He is known for his Fuji music, and you agree with me that this Fuji music is not only restricted to Nigeria, but he has taken it to different parts of the world. And on the second part, we know that our parents will be well familiar with these people very well. Then we have King Sunny Ade, who is known as king of juju music. So his own type of music is juju music. Then we have the akpala. This is a form of ancient music. that our fathers are used to, our grandparents. Then we have there some musical instruments known with the Yorubas. We have shekere, a kind of gong, shekere. We have agogo, the second one, which is gong. Then we have this type of drum that is referred to as bata, bata. Also, we have the influence of the Yorubas in the diaspora. The influence of the Yorubas in the diaspora. That is the influence of Yoruba in the people who are not in Nigeria, who are outside Nigeria, just like you that you are in the Canada, in the US, and other parts of the world. So the influence of the Yoruba culture in the diaspora is profound and far-reaching, particularly in the Americas and parts of the Caribbean. Due to the transatlantic slave trade, voluntary migration, and the resilience of Yoruba identity over generations. So, one of the first influence of the Yorubas is the language. The language. So, Yoruba language has been preserved in religious ceremonies, songs, and liturgy in places, especially like Brazil, especially Salvador and Bahia side of Brazil. Then we have Cuba, the Lukumi variant. These people, there was a video that was going viral on the social media at the time, where we have some white men who are worshiping Ifa and they were using Yoruba language to worship. So the language has gone far and wide. Then we have the art and aesthetics. You see our clothes like Ashoke, just like you can see the white men in this picture. You can see them, they are putting on the Ashoke attire. If we see some other people, we see them putting on different kind of Yoruba clothes. So we have Ashoke, beadwork, carving drums. Then Yoruba trucking drums are used in Afro Brazilian and Afro Cuban music. So you see, the next one is the music and dance. The music and dance of the Yorubas. Yoruba rhythms and call and response singing styles influenced songs like samba. If you look at samba that is common with the Brazilians, these are the type of drum they use, is that of the Yorubas. Is a Yoruba carved one. Then we look at pata and rumba. As for the Cuban, then if you look at jazz, music, blues, and hip hop in the US, you see that many of them cannot do without using some kind of drums that are known with the Yorubas especially. Then Yoruba traditional dances form the basis of many Afro diasporic performance arts. Then the last one, festivals and cultural events. Yoruba inspired festivals are celebrated across the diaspora, including Festival do Iemanjá in Brazil, Osun Festival. You see, I tell something about this Osun. About some years ago, the river goddess of Osun, I mean the priestess of Osun, was not even in Nigeria. The late Susan Wenja was not in Nigeria, but yet she was the river goddess of Osun. So this shows that Yoruba culture is not only known with the Yorubas, but even among the other parts of the world. Then we have Odunde Festival in Philadelphia. These festivals are celebrated almost in different parts of the world. So, on the final note, I will say, I will leave you with this, that from Lagos to London, from Ibadan to Atlanta, the spirit of Yoruba lives on in every heartbeat. Let's keep it alive, just like we are doing now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the excellent presentation. So now I've already allowed you to unmute yourselves. So please, this is question and answer session. So if you have any question that you want to ask Mr. Fagbero, please, can you please raise up your hand and let's have decorum about that. One person at a time to ask the question, and you will be glad to to answer quickly. Anyone? All right. If there's no one that wants to make presentation, let's quickly move on to Madam Oluwatosin. Thank you, Mr. Mikael, for the presentation. And for your information, everyone, we have this recorded, so we can send you the link on YouTube after the presentation in case you want to watch it again. Okay? send their singing. So Madam Oluwatosin, are you ready? And let's make this very short so that we don't go over time.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're listening to me. Orúkọ mi ni Omidan Oluwatomise. My name is Miss Oluwatomise. And I welcome you, mo kí wa káàbọ̀ sí ẹ̀kọ́ ti alẹ́. I welcome you to this class. Webinar, I'll be taking you through tenses in Yoruba.
Oh my.
You can share your screen.
All right. And I also would like to say that this class is I'll be asking questions at some point, and I would like you to respond.
Musbao, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, continue.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Etabo, welcome. And our topic is tenses in Yoruba. We'll be talking about tenses in Yoruba. Tenses in Yoruba, that means àkókò ìṣe nínú èdè Yoruba. Tenses in Yoruba, that is àkókò ìṣe nínú èdè Yoruba. And we are going to be talking about the meaning of tenses. What is tenses? Tense shows the time an action takes place. Tense jẹ́ àkókò tí ìṣe kan wáyé. That's the time an action takes place. And why are we learning tenses? Why is it important? We are going to be looking at that next. Why is tenses important? We use tenses every day to say what we do, what we did, and what we will do. Now, why is this tenses important? Is because we use it every day. We use it in everyday activities. And lo tense láti sọ ohun tí à ń ṣe. We used to say what we are doing, that is ohun tí a ṣe, what we did, and ohun tí a máa ṣe, what we are still going to do. That is what we use tenses for, and that is why it is important, because we use it every day. And there's no how we are going to talk about tenses without talking about verb, because they work hand in hand. And before then, we are going to be talking about the types of tense in Yoruba. Now, the first one, it can be divided into three. The first one is present tense, that talks about ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. It tells us what is happening, action that is taking place, ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. And the second one is past tense, ìṣe tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, èyí tí ó ti kọjá, that is the past tense, ohun tí ó ti kọjá. And the third one is future tense, ìṣe tí yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ iwájú. I want to take that again. We are talking about the types of tense in Yoruba. The first one is present tense, which is ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, that is what is happening, action that is taking place, ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Then we have the past tense, ìṣe tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, that is action that has passed, that has happened in the past. That is ìṣe tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Then the future tense is ìṣe tí yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ iwájú. That one is talking about action that will take place later in the future, or later, action that will take place later. That is the future tense. It has not happened, but it's definitely going to happen. The first one is talking about the present tense, the action that is taking place. The second one, past tense, the one that has passed. And the future tense is talking about what has happened. Future tense is talking about what is still going to happen, action that will take place. Pardon me for that mistake. And then we want to look at, because I said earlier that there's no how we are going to talk about tense without talking about verbs, because they work together hand in hand. And here are 10 examples of verbs in the present tense with their Yoruba translation. So we are going to be taking it one after the other, because these are some of the words we are going to be using in the example that I'm going to give later in the next slide. Like the first one is eat, jẹun, eat, jẹun. The second one is run, sáré. The third one is go, lọ. The fourth one, ìkẹrin, which is come, wá. Ìkarùn, sleep, sùn. Ìkẹfà, write. Read, kàwé. Kàwé, read, kàwé. Ìkeje, write, kọ̀wé. Ìkẹjọ, that is number 8, sing, kọrin. Ìkẹsàn, cook, s'oúnjẹ tàbí ṣe oúnjẹ. Then ìkẹwàá, which is the 10th number, talk or speak, sọ̀rọ̀. I'm going to take this again, one after the other. Eat, jẹun. Run, sáré. Go, lọ. Come, wá. Sleep, sùn. Read, kàwé. Write, kọ̀wé. Sing, kọrin. Cook, ṣe oúnjẹ tàbí s'oúnjẹ. Talk or speak, that is sọ̀rọ̀. I hope we are following. And so we are going to be using some of this in our example. And the first example here is present tense, which says, you can see the picture, I am eating. Mò ń jẹun. I am eating. The verb in this sentence is the eating. Mò ń jẹun. Mò ń jẹun. That is the verb in this sentence. Mò ń jẹun. This is an example of a present tense. Ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Báyìí, ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Action that is happening, taking place. Ìṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Mò ń jẹ ìrẹsì. I am eating rice. The action is still happening, and that is why it is called present tense. Mò ń jẹ ìrẹsì. I am eating rice. Example 2 says, we are reading a book. À ń ka ìwé. À ń ka ìwé. À ń ka ìwé. We are reading a book. This is also talking about action that is happening, talking about present tense. À ń ka ìwé. So we are going to move further by looking at the past tense, which is àkókò ìṣe tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Àkókò ìṣe tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn, that is the past tense. Àkókò ìṣe tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. So one of the example is, I swept the classroom. Mo gbánu yàrá ìkàwé mi. Now the past tense there, the word there is swept, because it is past. It is not just happening. The action has taken place in the past. It has happened before. I swept the classroom. Mo gbánu yàrá ìkàwé mi. The classroom there is the yàrá ìkàwé. Swept is gbánu. I is mo. I swept the classroom. Mo gbánu yàrá ìkàwé mi. And another example of past tense here is, she cooked beans. Ó sè ẹ̀wà. Ó sè ẹ̀wà. Ẹ̀wà there is the beans. Cook there is sè. Ó sè ẹ̀wà. She cooked beans. Ó sè ẹ̀wà. So we are going to be talking about the future tense. And one of the example there is, okay, sorry, before I even say the future tense, the meaning is àkókò ìṣe tí yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ iwájú. So this one is talking about action that is going to take place later. It has not happened, but it's still going to happen. It's what you are still going to do. I will do my homework. That is one example. I will do my homework
says in Yoruba means èmi yóò ṣe iṣẹ́ àmúrelé mi. Now, the homework there is iṣẹ́ àmúrelé. Iṣẹ́ àmúrelé, that's the homework. Èmi yóò ṣe, I will do my homework. That is, you are telling us that you are still going to do, you are going to do your homework. You are giving homework that, and then you are still going to, you will do it later. Another example there says, they will go to school. They will go to school. Wọ́n yóò lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Wọ́n yóò lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. So this one is talking about group of people. It's not talking about one person. This is talking about more than 2 or 3 persons. They will go to school. The first sentence is that I will do my homework. So this one is talking about one person. I will do my homework. Èmi yóò ṣe iṣẹ́ àmúrelé mi. Then the second example there says they will go to school. Wọ́n yóò lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. The school there is ilé ẹ̀kọ́. They will go to school. Wọ́n yóò lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. So we want to look at everyday example because I said earlier that tenses are what we use. They are what we use in everyday life. They are words that we use in everyday lives. And this is one of the example of things that we do. These are the things that we do every day. The boy is writing. Ọmọkùnrin náà ń kọ. Ọmọkùnrin náà ń kọ̀wé. The boy is writing. Now, here you can see a picture of a boy. Now, boy means ọmọkùnrin in Yoruba, and girl is ọmọbìnrin. Don't forget, boy is ọmọkùnrin and girl is ọmọbìnrin. So we have the boy is writing because this is one of the example of everyday example. Things that we do every day. The boy is writing. Ọmọkùnrin náà ń kọ̀wé. Then the second one, she danced yesterday. Ó jó ní àná. Ó jó ní àná. Now, before I continue, before I move further, please, I want one of the participants to tell me one everyday example, things that you do every day. Hello?
Hello. I will
Yes.
unmute
Yes,
them. I will
okay.
unmute them. But
All right.
sorry, Sheyi, are you there? Hello, Sheyi, you are there, right?
So we are talking about everyday examples. So I want someone to tell me one example of things that you do every day.
So I've allowed them to unmute themselves. Sheyi,
All right.
please take over.
Yes, sir.
Wrap up the program, okay? Because I'll be busy. All right.
Wash the dishes. Wash the dishes.
Okay, yes. For Abo. Okay,
Or
thank you.
abo.
Yes. Yes. Any other person? Good job. Okari. Another person?
Go to school.
Lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. All right. Okari. Another person? Don't forget tenses. Hello? Another person? Is that all?
Brush your teeth.
For
Brush.
okay. Can you just give me a sentence? Okay, with things that you do every day, like brush your teeth, like brushing, cooking,
Lay your bed.
playing. Okay.
I eat food in the morning every
Mo
day.
jẹ mo jẹun ní àárọ̀. Mo jẹun ní àárọ̀. That jẹ is the verb there. Mo jẹun ní àárọ̀. Oh, ẹ káre, ẹ ṣé. Ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ fúnra ara. I don't know if you can clap for yourself. Ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ mean clap for yourself. So why I continue? So we want to talk about more present tense, like this one, I am playing now. This is talking about more present tense. I am playing now. Mo ń ṣeré báyìí. I am playing now. Mo ń ṣeré báyìí. The playing there means ṣeré in Yoruba. I am playing now. Mo ń ṣeré báyìí. Then more example of future tense. There will be learning. Wọ́n yóò máa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Learning there is kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. And pupils or students means akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Don't forget, I'm going to ask you the meaning of akẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ọkùnrin and obìnrin. I said that earlier. Ọkùnrin is a boy child. Obìnrin is a girl child. And I'm saying another one now. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́, students or pupils. There will be learning. Wọ́n yóò máa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. There will be learning. So this is a future tense. And it's talking about things, action that will take place later. They will be learning. Wọ́n yóò máa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Then this one is past continuous tense, like the habitual things that we do every day. Nǹkan tí a máa ń ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà tó jẹ́ wípé kò sí kí a má ṣe. That is, there's no how we are not going to do it. These are the things that we do all the time. And one of the example here is, I used to sleep after school. I used to sleep after school. That is, you are telling us that each time you come back from school, you what? You take a nap, you sleep before doing any other thing. That is, I used to sleep after school. Mo máa ń sùn lẹ́yìn ilé ìwé. Mo máa ń sùn lẹ́yìn ilé ìwé. This is past continuous tense. That is, the action is, this is talking about things that you do. Things that you do every day. Then here we have class activity. And please, once again, I would like us to unmute, or Miss Sheyi can help me with that so that we can do these activities together.
Okay, ma.
Thank you, ma. So, the first one, I swept the classroom. Who can translate this in Yoruba? Who can translate to Yoruba?
I can't tell you. Have to do it.
I swept the classroom. Classroom is yàrá ìkàwé. Okay, so this is past tense. Àkókò ìṣe tó ti kọjá. This is talking about past tense. Àkókò ìṣe tó ti kọjá. I swept the classroom. Is there anyone who can translate this to Yoruba? Hello? Hello, Miss Sheyi? Hello, Miss Sheyi?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Have you helped me to unmute them?
Yes, I think everybody's unmuted.
Okay. So is there anyone that can answer the first question before we go to the second one? We says we'll go to school tomorrow. So that one is talking about the future tense. Àkókò ìṣe tí yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ iwájú. Okay, what about the third one? Mo dash ìrẹsì, that is past tense. Mo dash ìrẹsì. I dash rice. I dash rice. Okay.
Hello. Can
Yes.
everybody unmute themselves?
All right. Okay, so what does this word mean in Yoruba? School, tense, and eat. How do you say school in Yoruba? How do you say tense in Yoruba? How do you say eat in Yoruba? We are talking about tenses. How do you say school? How do you say tense? How do you say eat in Yoruba?
Jẹun.
Okay, which one is that? Which answer? Which one are you answering?
Eat.
Eat, jẹun,
Ọlẹ́wẹ̀.
okare. Ilé ìwé tàbí ilé ẹ̀kọ́, okare, good job you. Okay, ta ló tún fẹ́ dá mi lóhùn? Who else want to answer my question? The first one, I swept the classroom. Mo gbánu yàrá ìkàwé mi. Mo gbánu yàrá ìkàwé mi. Then the second one, we will go to school tomorrow. A máa lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ní ọ̀la. Then the last one, mo jẹ ìrẹsì. Jẹ there is what is missing. Mo jẹ ìrẹsì. Then, okay, someone has answered school and eat. Sorry, who answered my question? Can I know your name? Can you tell me your name?
Adebola.
No.
Okay.
Hello.
Orúkọ mi ni. Can you say orúkọ mi ni?
Orúkọ mi ni.
Okay. Put your name there. Orúkọ mi ni what?
Say it.
Hello.
Okay. Can you say that again? Orúkọ mi ni.
Orúkọ mi ni. Araoluwa ni mí.
Araoluwa ni. Okare, good job. Okare. Then let's look at another activity here. Another class work. Mo dash yàrá ìkàwé mi. Who can fill in the gap? Mo dash yàrá ìkàwé mi. Something is missing there. Mo dash yàrá ìkàwé mi.
Okay, ma. I'm sorry to interrupt, ma. Ma, please, you have to be rounding up because of the time.
All right. I'm sorry. Okay.
So you can
Mo dash.
finish this right. This one.
Okay. Mo dash yàrá ìkàwé mi. And the answer there is gbánu. Mo gbánu yàrá ìkàwé mi. The second one, mo ń dàṣì báyìí. Mo ń ṣeré báyìí. I'm playing now. Ó dàṣì ní àná. Ó jó ní àná. So quick recap, we're talking about tense. It tells us the time of an action. Ó sọ ìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀. And we have 3 types. A ní àpẹẹrẹ oríṣi mẹ́ta. Present, past, and future. And we say that they help us in our daily life. That is, we use them. It's something that we use every day. Ẹ ṣeun, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, ma. We really do appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I know everybody had a nice time, and we know we've learned a lot from this Yoruba webinar. So, we'll be rounding up now. So, do anybody have any question generally? Do anyone have any question? Okay. Since when there is no question, thank you very much. So, everybody that joined will be in touch with everyone that joined.